In preparation for this project, I have already opened Net Deedplotter, ArcView, with the base map containing the point of reference or the point of beginning that we're going to work with in this particular demonstration. I also will need to make a slight change to ArcGIS prior to, because Net Deedplotter only will work with UTM coordinates for georeferencing. So we'll need to change our base map coordinate system to UTM. To do this, go to the Layers menu, right click, select Properties, select the Coordinate System tab, which in this case we already have selected. Go down to the Predefined menu option, hit the plus sign, go to Projected Coordinate Systems, check the plus sign once again, go down to UTM, hit the plus sign, then select NAD 83 and again check the plus sign. In our case, we're going to be working in UTM zone 12. You would need to find out and select the proper UTM zone for whatever location that you are working in. And then once we've selected our UTM zone, select OK. It will probably pop up this warning menu. If you don't have PRJ files for each and every one of the layers that you have loaded in your map, it's going to give you a warning telling you that some data may not project properly. If this is the case, you will need to go back, and if the layer that you're working with doesn't have a projection assigned to it, and assign that projection prior to proceeding from this point. I'm going to go ahead and just select yes, because this is the coordinate system that we want to use. And now we are in the UTM coordinate system. I also have open a notepad document that contains actually the parcel that we're wanting to plot. What we will do is copy and paste this information containing our actual parcel into Net Deedplotter. And then I'm going to go ahead right now and save this project. I've already created a file name down below here, so I don't have to retype it. The critical thing is that you have to save your project in the Net Deedplotter format prior to being able to export it to DXF. If you don't do this, your DXF will not export. Now that we have our description pasted into Net Deedplotter, we need to make a slight modification. In our current parcel description, we actually have an offset point of beginning, which means that the parcel is not actually in the corner of the section. It's actually 1,000 feet, 45 degrees east from that point. So what we're going to do is actually tell Deedplotter to ignore this first line. If we don't, it's not going to know what to do with it and throw a fit and not plot our map for us. Now that I've made that change, I'm going to again save our file, and then I'm going to click on Draw Map. As you can see, we've drawn the map. This is the offset line, and this is our actual parcel. Okay, from this point, I'm going to go back to the editor, and I'm going to insert a line above our description. Right now we have the parcel drawn in. However, if we export the DXF from this point, ArcView isn't going to know where to put it. So we have to give it the geographic information for the point of beginning in order for us to proceed and actually have our DXF land where it belongs. So I'm going to go back now to ArcView, and according to our description, the point of beginning is in the southwest corner of Section 6, Township 4 North, 27 East. So I'll go down to this corner and I'll point at that corner. Now if you look down here, this is the coordinate system display. And what we're going to do is, once we point at that location, we're going to copy this number down so that we can paste it in the top of Net Deedplotter's editor window above our parcel description. So I'll now point at the corner. I'm going to copy down on paper the number that we actually need to insert in there. And now that I've done that and have it copied, I'll return back to Net Deedplotter, and we will type in the description. I'm going to say that it's east 698831.88, and then M for meters, because all of our map project in this instance is in meters. I'm then again going to put in there for the second coordinate, north 5110310.15, and again with an M for the meters. I'm going to then save the Deedplotter project again, and I'm going to tell it to draw the map again. Okay, you didn't see any change on the map here, but now that that information for the georeferencing is actually attached to the file. So now we can actually go to the advanced menu, and we're going to say save DXF as meters. Okay, it's going to name the file the DXF file the same name as you used to name your Deedplotter file. So I'm just going to accept that and click Save. In my case, I've already created this file, so it's telling me that it exists. Do I want to replace it? I'm just going to say yes. This also might happen if, in getting it where it belongs, or nudging coordinates back and forth, or getting the correct coordinate in there, you may have to go back and forth a couple of times in order to get it to land in ArcView where you actually want it to go. I'm now going to go back to ArcGIS, and I'm going to hit the Add Layers button on the menu, and I'm going to find my file, the NDP Test 1, and I'm going to tell it to add it. Now, as you can see, we have added our parcel, and we've also got that offset line in there because of the offset point of beginning. We don't really want that line in our map because it's actually kind of nonsense as far as this map be concerned. So what we will do is go back to Net Deedplotter and back to the editor, and I'm going to insert a / in front of the line telling where that point of beginning is. By inserting that / it will tell Net Deedplotter to not draw the line for the offset. Again, I'm going to save it in the Net Deedplotter format, and again click Draw Map. Now, as you can see, that line to the point of beginning is gone. I'll now go to the advanced menu again, save as DXF meters, and we're going to actually tell it to just save it as the same thing again, tell it to replace the existing file, and then return back to ArcView. Okay, we're going to reload this DXF. So go to the Layers menu, right click on the layer that we loaded previously, and click Remove from that menu. And that gets it out of the map, and we get a clean slate to begin with here. Looks like that tail didn't completely redraw, so I'm going to move the map a little bit to get that cleaned out of there. Again, we'll go back to the Add Data, and select our Net Deedplotter Test DXF. Click Add. And now we have our parcel drawn in where it belongs, less that line to the point of beginning.